Knights. This is Miss Ruiz back for another edition of Between the Bells. Today I'm joined by Assistant Principal Dr. Ruiz. Good morning, Dr. Ruiz.
Good morning, Miss Ruiz.
Hey, can you tell all of our friends in their homerooms just a little bit about yourself, where they can find you, just in case they don't know you yet?
I sure can. I'm Dr. Ruiz. I'm the Assistant Principal for Alphabet MD through SA, and I'm located in House 1.
Okay, awesome. So today we're here to talk a little bit about attendance. Can you tell us some big things that we want all students to know about their attendance and why it's important?
I sure can. Knights, being present helps students learn. It allows them to connect to school activities. And as always, it promotes student success. And it is also required by law to earn credit for class.
So we obviously want students here every single day, but what are some of the consequences or things that can happen if they have poor attendance?
Well, first off, students will not be allowed to earn credit for the courses. They most definitely can find themselves with the APs for discipline. Could also be taken to truancy court. And again, as I mentioned earlier, a student can lose credit for the course.
Okay. So how can students stay on top of their attendance throughout the year?
Well, it starts off with being to class on time. If the student is absent, we do ask that the student please report or bring a doctor's note to the attendance office. If they're late, please check in at the attendance office. And as always, just monitoring their attendance on Skyward. That'll allow them to kind of manage their attendance as they move through the semester. And just a reminder, 5 tardies do equal 1 absence.
Okay, that's a big thing to remember because those tardies definitely add up. Can you tell me, when you mentioned about the note that they need to bring, is there a timeline for them to bring that note, or can they just bring it at any point?
By policy, students have to have their notes turned in 3 days after they've made it back to campus.
Okay.
And also, just as a reminder, students, if you're planning to drive, they must have good attendance to be able to get a VOE.
Okay, and that VOE is, can you explain what that is to our
It's
friends?
verification enrollment. It does allow students to pursue their driver's license.
Okay, awesome. What would happen if a student's attendance drops below that 90%?
As I mentioned earlier, students will lose credit for the course. They could potentially have to take a credit recovery type of course. And then as always, they could find themselves in truancy court, and most definitely will find some time with the assistant principal, potentially with discipline.
Sure. If you had to give our Knights maybe 1 or 2 big reminders about attendance, what would you summarize that as?
I would say be to school on time daily. If you're going to be out, make sure you bring those notes in. And as always, for you to be successful, you got to be in the classroom.
Yeah, definitely. All right, we've had a great time here talking to Dr. Reese about attendance. Dr. Reese, before we leave, is there something that you want your Knights to know a little bit about you, maybe beyond just what they see in the school day?
Most definitely. The Reese families did have a chance to welcome a new Reese into the family,
awesome.
My first grandbaby, baby Malachi.
Awesome. Well, congratulations. I'm so excited to see more pictures. Everybody at their homerooms, thank you so much for watching today. Again, we will hopefully have you back for another episode of Between the Bells soon. Bye-bye.